smile without wondering whether on that day thunderclouds will appear. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me.
Some have dreamed, some have died to make a bright tomorrow, and our vision remains in our hearts. Now the torch must be passed with new hope, not in sorrow, and a promise to make a new start.
Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me. Wait and see what a world there can be if we share, if we care, you and me.
Find a stillness, hold a stillness, let the stillness carry me. Find the silence, hold the silence, let the silence carry me. In the Spirit, by the Spirit, with the Spirit giving power, I will find true harmony. Seek the essence, hold the
Our reading today is titled Choose to Bless the World, written by Rebecca Parker from her book, Blessing the World, What Can Save Us Now? Your gifts, whatever you discover them to be, can be used to bless or curse the world. The mind's power, the strength of the hands, the reaches of the heart, the gift of speaking, listening, imagining, seeing, and waiting. Any of these can serve to feed the hungry, bind up wounds, welcome the stranger, praise what is sacred, do the work of justice, or offer love. Any of these can draw down the prison door, hoard bread, abandon the poor, obscure what is holy, comply with injustice, or withhold love. You must answer this question: what will you do with your gifts? Choose to bless the world. The choice to bless the world is more than an act of will, a moving forward into the world with the intention to do good. It is an act of recognition, a confession of surprise, a grateful acknowledgement that in the midst of a broken world, unspeakable beauty, grace, and mystery abide. There is an embrace of kindness that encompasses all life, even yours. And while there is injustice, anesthetation, or evil, there moves a holy disturbance, a benevolent rage, a revolutionary love, protesting, urging, insisting that which is sacred will not be defiled. Those who bless the world live their life as a gesture of thanks for this beauty and this rage. This choice to bless the world can take you into solitude to search for the sources of power and grace, native wisdom, healing, and liberation. More, the choice will draw you into community, the endeavor shared, the heritage passed on, the companionship of struggle, the importance of keeping faith, the life of ritual and praise, the comfort of human friendship, the company of earth, the chorus of life welcoming you. None of us alone can save the world. Together, that is another possibility waiting.
I think it's my turn to speak. I was thinking maybe I'll have an introduction. Yeah, okay. I'm really grateful to connect with all of you. Thank you for the invitation. And I want to share I'm doing an experiment of, instead of reading, just speaking to you directly from my heart. So I'm going to be sharing some things that I've learned from Lynn Twist. So Lynn Twist is the author of the book, The Soul of Money. And she's also a global visionary who has been committed for the past 30 years or so to end world poverty. And in her journey, she has learned about our relationship with money. And that's the topic of our conversation today is moving money in the direction of our highest commitments. And that's also the topic of this month. I understand that it's about our commitments. So what I've learned from my readings and listening to Lean Twist is that our relationship with money is also reflects also where we are most committed. So where we invest our money and our time reflects what we are most committed. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily, is not necessarily aligned with what we care most about. So sometimes we are putting our money and time in things that are not necessarily aligned with with our highest aspirations or deepest longings. And I hope that we today reconnect with, or that we connect more deeply with what we care about, what we most care about. So I've looked for the word, the root of the word commitment, and what I found that it comes from the Latin "com," which means to connect, and "mittere," that has to do with letting go. And that together, what it refers is, what is it that we trust ourselves completely to? So it to commit has to do with entrust oneself completely to something. And so I started thinking, what is it that we consciously, or I consciously, feel that is worth to commit and to entrust myself completely, to give myself to? So I invite us to just take a minute and think about it. What is it that I feel that is worth in my life to give myself to? And just take note in your mind, heart, what really matters that you feel. And for me, so I'm going to pause and give you some seconds. So what I found for me is, at this point of my life, that what I choose to give myself to is to build community. And it brings me to my connection with this community. And I have, from the beginning, I have memories. It always touches me, even today, when we have the opening welcoming message that read today. Welcome the heartbroken, the needing, those who need love and meaning. And I remember when I first came to the UU, it was right after the past election, and I was heartbroken and feeling like I wasn't sure where I belong, and where I could feel safe. And I remember listening these words of welcoming and reading in the website something that I read today again that I love, when it describes who is the UU community, and it describes like how we are people from all different professions, from all different social economical status, from all different shapes, from all different abilities and races. And I remember like, oh, this is my tribe. This is, and I'm not thinking about tribe, but just this is like a longing that I have for me and for everyone, that we find this place where we can fully feel at home and relax to be ourselves. And when Steve and I came first time, as I was talking, we were moved to tears just to hear that this is the welcoming message of, like the word, even this message today that was mentioned, that like it's not a place that offers you a promise of fixing things, but just a promise of being together with our grief and with our commitment to do what we can. So this is what I choose to invest my time and my money. And also this is the other part that also makes me feel very connected to UU is that we are a community of proactivists. And I think I am borrowing this idea of proactivists from Lean Twist also, where she talks about like proactivists, those who are pro something that builds and that creates. And I feel that this community is in that way, that we are creating this oasis for people who need a place where to feel safe. And Reverend Dawn shared her own story with me too, about when she went first to UU, and it was the first place that she had not experienced shame, that she didn't have to keep that shame. I hope it's okay for me to share. But this was beautiful for me. Like, I felt the same when I brought my parents who are deaf, and and you were so welcoming, and I found this place where I can just relax and know that everybody is opening their heart towards others. So then I'm thinking about the other thought that I had, is that these causes, when the things that we care most about need to be water, like seeds, and because otherwise they don't survive, and we also need to be water so that they continue to grow and even propagate, if we want, because our world needs what we are offering. And that brings me to the word money and currency, because money is connected with currency. And I also look up the root of currency, which in Latin also has to do with to run, to flow, like water. And so, and what is interesting, that Lean Twist also mentions about money and currency, is that, as we all know, when water doesn't move, then it becomes unhealthy for the animals, or the living beings that are in the water. And it's not different from us. So money itself does not have the same worth than when we allow money to flow, to water the seeds that we care about. And I want to say that in my life, I have been many times in the recipient side of money. So when we were young, we had very little. We had to sometimes ask in this local store if we could borrow some food, because my parents couldn't at the moment pay right away for it. And the people who offer that generosity to us and offer it without making us feel ashamed, they sustained us for that. And when I got older, I wanted to go to a private school that I had discovered where in the high school, the education was much better than the regular school. And I asked for money so that I could go to that school. And my grandmother actually agreed to pay for my education, and that supported my ability to learn. And the other, and with me has always been the promise that I will pay forward. And it has been for that. Like, then I came here to the United States to do my graduate degree, also because I was offered a scholarship. And when I started Allies in Caring Without Money, it was the same, that it has been through the generosity of people who had been willing to water the seeds in my heart, that where I have felt this is something that is needed. And I just want you to join me in working together in something that I care about. And my promise is that this seed is going to grow and is going to propagate. And it has been the case that the UU actually contributed 2 years ago. It feels like last year, but it was 2 years ago, contributed to the building that we purchased and that we're able to renovate, Convivir, which we're opening this May 20. But we already have been offering many valuable services to the community, because thanks to the support that the UU and many others have offered. So I have experienced my whole life that those who share their money and are willing to water other seeds really contribute to the propagation of something. And I hope that you feel that you by giving your money, also participate of the many things that we are creating that probably you directly cannot do, but through us you can do, and you can feel that you're a part of it. I also contribute to other causes that matter to me, like the environment is a cause that I really care about, and I don't have time to be fighting for changes in policy or protecting the environment, but I'm very, very grateful for those who are doing it. And I my contribution is a monthly pay a contribution, but I hope I am very grateful to them. The same that I'm very grateful to this community, because I cannot do the work that Jessica does, Karen, Reverend Don. I'm not mentioning everyone, but I had all the people that are sustaining this community, and that I'm not able to participate directly, but I feel that because of you, because you are giving your time, we then are able to sustain this community that and it's through you, through the work of the people who are giving their time directly and effort, that not only my family and my organization has been blessed, but through my organization, many like immigrant families, and I and I've been blessed by this community also. Like Jeff, who is in the board, is working with me. Patty was the president, so I feel that this richness that the community has given me, I can only contribute so little, but also I feel that mutually we participate in doing the things that we can not alone do together. So the poem today was very just perfect for this conversation, because it is we all have so many different blessings and gifts, and it's true sometimes that through our money, when we cannot give directly our time or our talents, but we do have maybe money, even if it's $50 a month or whatever we can, that we can participate of these other causes that are important. And so I'm going to look at my notes and make sure that I'm um, so just, yeah, I um I want to invite you to uh, contribute with me and all of us to whatever we can to this community. It's just one way that we can water these seeds and make sure that they sustain. Especially, I understand that the money that we contribute will help us in this new transition as the UU starts opening. Not everybody is going to be able to go to the in-person services. We want to continue the remote services, but that's going to require new technology. So that our contribution will support that. It will continue supporting the religious education that our family has enjoyed and has been, for me, is a treasure. And I wish we participate and propagate it more, because I think many more in the community needs the services, the message of Reverend Don, and just in general, like every one of us who have offered an open mind and an open heart. That is much, much needed these times. So thank you.
Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in every place you can, at all the times you can.
Our closing words are an excerpt from a meditation by Reverend Teresa Soto. No one knows everything, even though some people wisecrack like they do. You could not know before right now what this moment would call for. Knowing, you now move toward greater strength. Knowing, this very moment, you teach yourself and your communities what and how we shall be more able, not simply to survive the day, but also to take the future back in your own hardworking hands, our communal resistance and possession. You will prevail if you commit, doing the next thing because it is next, moving toward greater strength, building the skills it takes to heal the aching world. Let's read the words together for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Though days be dark with storms and burdens weigh my heart, though troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on.
No sorrow heals my soul, and burdens make me strong. No troubles wait at every turn. I know I can go on.
We have some announcements this morning. Reverend Dawn is available for pastoral care appointments Wednesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Email minister@uucsjs.org to schedule an appointment. We are inviting you to share what makes UUCSJS important to you as a part of our annual stewardship drive. If you want to join the conversation, just remain in or return to the main room during the breakout session. If you're not able to join today, check your midweek message to register for additional opportunities in the weeks ahead. If you have already registered, you will be placed in the stewardship room. Families are invited to remain on Zoom following coffee hour, 11:30, to view the premiere of this week's episode of RE on TV together. Join us live on YouTube every Friday in Lent at 7 p.m. for evening vespers. Please take the opportunity to keep virtually connected. Our events this week: Stewardship Small Group is Sunday, Heartfulness Meditation, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, Buddhist Sangha, Tuesday, UUCSJS Board Meeting, Thursday, book club Friday, evening vespers Friday, and everyday spirituality is on Saturday. Visit uucsjs.org/calendar for more information. We warmly welcome all of you who are visiting us today. Please click on the visitor link in the chat area to connect with our congregation. We invite all of you here today to stay and socialize in our online social time so that we can get to know each other better. Now let us share in a moment of silent reflection to consider today's message and the meaning it has in our life.